Come on, starting a YouTube video can't be this hard. Hey, welcome to this video about my art goals in 2026. I stole this idea from Uega Art. Thank you so much for this amazing video. Check it out, it is down in the description. It is a well-made video about their art goals for 2025 and reviewing how they worked. And it is a video about, as the title says, 2026 and their upcoming goals. And I'm gonna do the same, but I don't have art goals set for 2025. So we're just gonna skip the first part, go right to the second part, and I'm gonna stop yapping for the intro. Well, now that I have this out of the way, finally I worked out a way to say words that combine themselves to an intro. My first point of the list is YouTube. This is part of why I'm making this video. I have the goal to create 12 videos in the entire next year, which means I'm gonna have to try and make one video a month. I'm gonna see how that works because I'm trying my hardest here to create a video to say coherent sentences. English is not my mother tongue, if you can't tell, and it is not a part of my day-to-day life, so I'm trying to get back at this. Also I wanted to do YouTube for like the last, let's say it's 10 years, probably a bit more, let's say it's 10 years.
Ja, steht deine Unterschrift?
Wahrscheinlich ein Teil von
dem
Buch, was rauskommen wird. Aber
von mir.
ja, genau.
Aber das ist erst das 4. Buch, glaube ich.
Ja.
So my goal is not just to create 12 videos, my goal is to reach 250 followers. It's what I feel like is a reachable number if I keep up with the first goal. We'll see how that goes. I have about 47 subscribers now, and I think I know basically all of them personally, so we'll see where that's gonna go. YouTube isn't my only social media platform that I do stuff on, but my Instagram is also not very active, at least when it comes to growth. My last bigger push of growth was like 2 years ago, and ever since a year ago or something, I'm stuck at 1,050 followers, which isn't bad. I'm quite happy with that, but I want to reach 1.5k followers this year. Let's see if that's gonna be possible. And I want to create 24 educative reels. So one educative reel talking about comic making, manga making, drawing in general every 2 weeks, because I like sharing knowledge that I gathered, and I think that's only fair, and also that's fun, and people might learn from them and enjoy them. Now, that is the social media part. When it comes to actually doing art, I have 2 more, let's say, chapters. First is comics or manga, and the second one is improvement. For the comics, I want to take part in the Silent Manga Audition 24. 24 actually doesn't stand for the year. I was quite confused with that for the first part. Yeah, I'm currently actively working for that, but you won't get to see any of that till I have feedback, I guess. Be excited for a video about that, because I certainly am, and I'm gathering footage for it the entire time, which is quite weird. Like, recording yourself when you create art, it's a weird thing. The second thing is to apply to Manga Issho. Manga Issho is, let's say it's a European Shonen Jump, but with not just shonen. So it's a manga magazine where only European artists can apply and work for an entry with about 20-page long stories. But I first want to take part in the SMA 24 so that I have something to show for my skills, like a bit of a portfolio or something, and then I can pitch a story, and maybe my application works, and maybe I'm gonna be part of Manga Issho. We'll see. And my third point is to either complete a Manga Issho chapter, if I get the chance, or if I don't get the chance, to submit for another competition. That's my goals for the comics. I am working on a separate story that is my personal current passion project, but I got the chance with the Issho, and I want to try and grab it and use it. So we'll see where that's gonna go, but Delirium is still something that I want to work on in the future, probably more of a 2027 project if I'm correct. The pages for Blossoming Blood are almost finished. Blossoming Blood is a comic project I've worked on since 2020. That is such a long time. Since 2020 with a friend of mine, and finally, the last couple of pages are almost finished. I only have to buy a new pen for one of the pages so I can finish it. And then I have to create 4 more backgrounds for the pages, and then that's it for my part. Then it's only lettering, editing, and choosing how to print this whole thing. And that's not my job. That's not my job. That's the job of my homie. I'm gonna put that link into the description as well if I don't forget it. We'll see. And now to my last point. And now to my second last point, actually. I just noticed there's something I just didn't write down. My second last point is improvement. I wanna stay on that grind to improve more and more when it comes to my art. I am on my way to film my 10th sketchbook, A4 sketchbook. I will make a video about how to use sketchbooks, like quite soon, I hope. But as I said, it's only 1 video a month, so if you follow me right now, you won't get bombarded with more and more videos. So yeah, don't worry about that. And when it comes to improvement, I want to target 2 things in particular, which is 1, more line confidence. I want to draw with straighter lines. I want to draw with quicker lines. I want to draw with less lines to create the same outcome. I don't know how to train that yet, but we'll find a way. And my second point is dynamism. I want to create more dynamic poses. I want to create characters in 3-dimensional space that actually look like that actually flow in their poses. I don't know how to stress what I want to reach, but I think dynamism is like the perfect word for that. And now to my very last point that I didn't write down for whatever reason. I want to connect socially with more mangaka, with more comic artists. I want to meet more like-minded people. I want to connect. I want to talk about our works. I want to learn. It's just something that I'm missing, as at least when it comes to my private life, to my day-to-day life. I know two people who draw manga, and those 2 people study at uni with me, and that's about it. And I want to grow this circle. I just want to get to know more people. So if you are an aspiring mangaka or an aspiring comic artist, or not even just aspiring, if you're a mangaka or comic artist and I don't know, like what I do, like my voice, want to talk with me, hit me up. This sounds lonely, I am aware of that. I have friends, I promise, please trust me, I have friends. It's just lacking in this specific department. So, yeah, I guess this is my wish for this video. You'll get an update on how my goals go if you follow me on YouTube and or Instagram. On Instagram you can see my entire art stuff. And in a year, I'm gonna be back in a year. I'm gonna do the same thing that Uega did. I'm gonna look back at 2026 then and review how my goals went, how I did. And I'm gonna make some new ones for next year. I'm excited. So yeah, if you like this little ramble, please consider subscribing. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, night, morning, midday, or whatever your time zone tells you this, and goodbye.